are you doing today? This is Miss Adaria at Wheaton Arts. And this is the circle where we will be putting our rain garden installation in 2 weeks. And then planting our little planties that we've been growing since the end of February. We'll be planting them on May Day. May Day, May Day. The only occupants here are a couple of Canadian geese, and I think that's either starlings or red-winged blackbirds. So there it is. This circle is going to be transformed into a magnificent rain garden, allowing 230,000 odd gallons of water to percolate and to recharge the aquifer, instead of just being a lovely lawn, a sterile, lovely lawn. Well, not completely sterile, because we have cutie pie little growing doodads like those lovelies. Hello, lovelies. And we've got a lot of Canadian goose poop, because poop happens. So just think, in 2 weeks, this is going to be a complete transformation into a lovely, wonderful, viable, valuable, incredible, I can't think of any more adjectives, rain garden with plants that we grew at the library and that other folks grew at their homes and other places of business, perhaps. And a big shout out to Karla Rossini and all the wonderful ladies at CU Maurice River. And a big shout out to all the wonderful people at Wheaton Arts for thinking that this is a good idea to have a rain garden in their spot. This is Miss Adaria. Hey, how's it going? Maybe a better shot. Hey! Very happily here on Saturday, the 17th of April. Looking forward to planting and installing and watching this place grow. Take it easy for now and have a happy Earth Day, everybody. Bye. Peace out. Can I talk to you about it for a minute?
Well, you know what?
I know Karla. Yeah, I know Karla.
Sure.
I'm Adaria. I work at the Bridgeton Library. I raise plants also.
Oh, wonderful. For this project?
Could we talk to you for a minute about the project?
Okay, but I'm probably only the grunt work.
No, but that's what we want. I'm a grunt too. Nice to meet you, Grunt.
My name's Sue.
Sue, nice to meet you. This is Glenn.
Hi.
Glenn, hi.
My name is Adaria, and I'm the Youth Services Director for the Bridgeton Public Library. And we did a story time not only with Karla out on Manantico Pond. Mananico. Ah!
But that was good.
I like to call it Manantico.
I like
But we did a really nice story time on Wheaton Arts last November. Yeah, with a couple of the folks that, the curator of the museum. And so why did you want to do this for this project? What's important? And speak up a little bit. So just go
Well, first of all, Wheaton Arts is known world over.
Right.
Worldwide. I mean, everyone knows about Wheaton Arts and the magnificent work that they do.
Yeah.
For art. This has been a vacant area for such a very,
grass.
very long time.
Just grass.
Just grass, yes.
Good for maybe the Canadian geese
With the Canada geese.
and not much else,
And
right?
that's it. That's just about it. So we decided that we were going to take it and do something. We contacted Rutgers.
Right.
The engineering students came up with this, and we're just following their lead and what we're doing. Now, this is not going to need to be watered.
Right.
And if you look, I don't know if you saw
The
it.
ditches.
Yes.
And
yes.
they sunk a
We have pipes. You can see over
right.
here what they're filling in. This is going to be concrete. conduit, and it goes all the way through there. Can you see at the other
I
end?
can, yes, I can.
So this is going to be taking care of itself. And it's going to be a wonderful place for people to visit. And I'm hoping we have some signage in here. So
Oh, absolutely. So they understand what's going on. Absolutely.
Yes.
I would think that there would be, somewhere. And even if they bypass this, there should be some signage around. Maybe by where the nature trail sign is, they could pop something
in fact,
in there.
today I brought trees to plant. So you've been to the nature trail?
Yes.
I brought trees that I'm going to plant there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
From the Vineland Environmental Commission.
Oh, wow.
So
you all work together.
All of our communities work for the betterment.
Are you part of CU Maurice River?
I am. I'm on the board of trustees.
Oh, that's wonderful, Sue. And have you been volunteering with them for a while?
I think I'm the oldest member. So I've been volunteering.
I picked the right person to bother.
Oh my goodness, it's been for a long time.
And when he's not blowing glass, he's playing with Tonka toys.
Oh, that's Stitch.
I know, we interviewed him last November in the glass factory.
Isn't he brilliant?
To see him do this, that's amazing.
Just look around. Look at the work that's going on. Look at the cooperation that's happening.
It's really amazing.
Look at the different ages and sizes. Yes.
I would hope to see more people out here, but I don't. Karla really reached out to try to. So what are you doing? Because I'm going to probably hopefully be doing the same thing in a minute. I just wanted to get a little interview going before we started doing
Just
that.
finished helping to fill in mulch over there.
Okay.
I'm going to be filling in the mulch over here. I also raked the berm.
Okay.
So I helped to rake that down. My son is over there filling in where the pipe is.
It's a family affair.
It is. My husband over there with the green hat is working.
Wonderful.
So we're all over here working. And then we're going to be planting.
Oh, are we planting today?
No.
Planting on Saturday, right?
Planting Saturday.
Because I'm coming back on Saturday to plant too. So
we've been raising, hundreds of plants.
I have 4 plants. I have 4 flats of plants. I actually raised them at the Bridgeton library in the old part of the building.
And you're working with children doing this?
Well, I'm the children's librarian, so they're going to see it as a virtual story time on our website. So they're going to see this from me planting the little plants and looking at this as just a big blank piece of grass to this being a rain garden.
You know what? You're making a difference.
I hope we inspire some kids. And then with these type of story times, I interview folks, then I read a couple of related stories. Like we just went and filmed some stories back over there by the gazebo about groundwater and why it's important and all that stuff. And then I do a related craft.
Oh, are they lucky? Oh, are they lucky to have you? Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Thank you. That's a wonderful thing to hear.
Oh, thank
I hardly get validation because it's been
lives.
virtual for about a year now. We've been doing virtual programming, so I don't get that feedback loop from the kids. So
I'm excited to meet you.
Sue gave me some feedback.
I'm excited to meet you.
Thank you, Sue, for talking with us. We really appreciate it. I'm going to go see what I can. I have to go to the potty, and then I'm going to see how I can help because I feel kind of guilty not having a shovel and digging with you folks.
But it's work.
Yeah, definitely.
I just told the guys. I said, you know what? We're going to come back, and this is going to be our area. When we come back,
you're going to know.
And I'm going to show our great grandson.
Do you have a family crest or something? Just
plant
that flag.
I think we should. This is the finale plot, for goodness sakes.
Sue finale. Thank you, Sue, for talking to us today, honey. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're great.
Happy spring.
Keep up the good work and keep spreading the good work.
Keep spreading the good
That's what
work.
we're doing. That was a good play on words.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Maybe not shoveling, but... Hey everybody, we're back here at the wonderful rain garden at Wheaton Arts. Look at all these busy, amazing people. And here we have this mom and teacher's aide. Hey you!
Hi.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, right now,
Who are you?
my name is Jocelyn Manning.
Nice to meet you, Jocelyn.
I'm a teacher's aide at St. Mary's School in Vineland.
Thank you for talking to us. What grades are you a teacher's aide of?
First grade.
Nice. A wonderful age, an impressionable age.
They sure are. And that's exactly why I brought my daughter here today.
Right behind you, a planty. I know it's hard. Can you tell me why it's important for the kids to know about this and what's important to you as a mom and a teacher to let kids know about what's going on here and why it's an important thing?
So I just think it's very important that my daughter understands what it's like to give back to the community.
Yeah.
We think it's very important for her to help, and right now planting these plants and teaching her what it's like for them to grow and how it's going to make Wheaton Arts look beautiful when people come to visit.
It's so important to get this not just a big sterile lawn, but an actual functional thing to look pretty and to recharge the aquifer and all that good stuff. Are they actually learning about this stuff that early in first grade?
Yes, they are. What plants need to grow, so they all know that they need soil, they need water and sun. And actually, we brought plants to our classroom. They got to water them every day.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and they were able to watch them grow in the classroom, and it's just a wonderful experience for them to be able to see
from seed to putting them in the ground.
Yes.
I know I grew 4 flats of plants at the library, and I was so bereft when I left them here the other day. I'm like, my babies!
I know.
My babies!
Especially on the long weekend.
And then last night when it was all that wind and it was so cold, I was like, I'm going to Wheaton and I'm going to see if my babies are okay. And then I was like, no, I'm not. But anyway, thank you so much for bringing your daughter and for teaching the kids such wonderful things, as well as being the director of youth services at the library. I'm also the environmental person there, so I'm always encouraging. And we just had a wonderful Earth Month. It wasn't just day, because I'm telling everybody that Earth Day is every day. I mean, hello, the Earth's here for us every day, so how could we not? How important that is.
Yes,
and these kids are going to be such wonderful stewards, And thank you so much, and thank you for talking to us today. Jocelyn, it was nice to meet you,
Nice meeting you.
All right,
too.
take care. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, what's happening? Where are we? I'll give you 3 guesses. It rhymes with Eaton or Meetin. That's right, you guessed it. It's Wheaton. We're here today at Wheaton Arts in the beautiful gazebo overlooking the lovely pond here. And we're here today because we're showing you the installation. So we're reading a couple of stories. And after this, please stay tuned for a craft. So our first story today is Spring Stinks. I don't know if he's talking about smells, but we'll find out. And say hello to my little dollies. Hello, dollies. They wanted to come out, so I brought them to Wheaton. Spring Stinks is written by #1 New York Times best-selling author Ryan T. Higgins. And Ryan dedicates this book to Griffin, Cece, and Harrison, my favorite little stinkers. See that bear? It's springtime in Soggy Hollow, and everyone is happy. Even the flowers look happy, don't they? Everyone but Bruce. I love the smell of spring, says Ruth. Spring stinks, says Bruce. Ruth has a basket. A very nice basket. Let's smell some smelly springtime smells together, says Ruth. That is my basket, says Bruce. Oh, the green smell of green smelling grass, says Ruth. Grrr, grumbles Bruce. What are you putting in my basket? I wonder why he's so grumpy. I mean, it's spring. How can you be grumpy with spring? Ah, the sweet smell of sweet-smelling daisies, says Ruth. Arrgh, rumbles Bruce. Look at that picture. Ruth's pretty cute, isn't she? Little bunny. The woodsy smell of woodsy smelling trees, says Ruth. Ouch, mumbles Bruce. She got a little bit of a tree up his nose. It smells really nice here at Wheaton today. Do you hear the birds in the background? Got some swifts flying around, or swallows. I'm not sure, but I think they're swifts. They could be purple martins. I don't know. They're awesome. Ooh, you're going to love the next one, says Ruth. Do you think he's going to love it? I don't know. Wet moose. Sitting in his basket with the daisies and the grass and the trees. The Canadian geese like that one. Get out of my basket! Bruce does not like the smell of wet moose. I'm surprised his basket isn't more messed up than that. Uh-oh. I know, says Ruth. Bears love the smell of honey. So Ruth, with her beekeeping outfit on, grabbed a piece of honeycomb and just dripped it all over Bruce. And the bee is going, beeline! And Bruce is thinking, uh-oh. This smells like trouble. So he's running. It says beeline. And then when it got to him, it said behind. And it stung him right in the butt. Ow! Look at poor Bruce. He's not having the best day. That bee's chasing him. He's running down the hill with his basket. Ruth's just like, yay, spring! He fell over a rock and he took a tumble. Poor Bruce. Spring stinks, says Bruce. It sure does, says Ruth, but she's happy about it, and he's not happy about it. Look at that poor dude. What a rough day. Look at his basket. Oh my goodness. The end. Do you see what's happening here? In the field of daisies, there's Bruce, there's Ruth, and a very stinky little skunk. You see the smell coming up? And the moose is walking off like, well, if you guys don't want me here, I'm out of here. So wasn't that a wonderful book? Yay! We got buzzed by some birds too. That was really neat. Let me grab the next one. Hold on. Yes, this is right. You wanted me to read this book to you, didn't you? It's called Trillions of Trees. Excuse me. A Counting and Planting book by Kurt Cyrus. Since we're having a planting day here at Wheaton, sort of, or an excavation day in preparation for planting, Trillions of Trees. I don't know if there is a dedication. I hope so. Wow, this is a very hard page turner. Oh. So Kurt Cyrus dedicates this book to his tree planting brother, Steve. Okay, Steve. That's pretty cool. We never meant to plant a tree. We wanted something small. A trillium, my sister said, and so she placed a call. Bring, bring, can I have a trillium, please? Polly's Plant Pavilion. It's a plant catalog. And he's looking at one too. Oh. I'd like to buy a trillium, please, said Lizzie to the man. He thought she said a trillion trees. That's how it all began. A trillion trees, the salesman said. We'll do our very best. I'll send 1,000 right away and order up the rest. Who's paying for all these trees? Oh my goodness. Trees, trees, trees! They knocked us to our knees in boxes, bags, and burlap rags. Trees, trees, trees. Look at all those trees. Oh my goodness. It's got a face full of trees. Dig, dig, dig. A filbert and a fig. A beech, a gum, a peach, a plum. Dig, dig, dig. Our shovel couldn't hack it. We brought a couple more. And then we started digging like we've never dug before. Oh, it's getting a little windy. Exactly. Way down there. We dug and dug. The ground was hard. We stuck 100 in our yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100. Look how much more they still had left in their driveway. There's a Canadian geese directly below us. Really enjoying the story. Trees, trees, trees! Another 100, please. All up and down the streets of town. Trees, trees, trees! Plant, 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 plant. A county park, the perfect place. We asked permission just in case. All along the trails and all around, another 100 in the ground. Woo! That's a very nice picture. Dig, dig, dig. These apple trees are big. An orchard goes for rows and rows. Dig, dig, dig. Oh yeah. Plant a windbreak, poplars, pines, stretch them out in perfect lines. A windbreak so the field that the farmer's planting in, the soil doesn't get blown away. Plant another 100 trees, alder, ash, and willow, please. Shade a river, shade a pool. Fish prefer their water cool. Also good, cottonwood. Look at those doggies. They're having the best time. Trilliums, my sister cheers. I just groan and plug my ears. She finally got her trilliums. Or she probably found them in the woods. Spruce and hemlock, cedar too. A fir for her, a yew for you. And look, sequoia, these are great. They're tiny now. Dun, dun, dun. But I skipped the page. Did that rhyme? They're tiny now. But just you wait. Whoa. If you've never seen a redwood or a giant sequoia in person, you need to go. California. You have to see these trees in person. Redwoods are the tallest, and sequoias have the most mass. They're actually cousin trees. Redwoods live by the coast, and sequoias are inland. So get to California and go see those trees, because it's definitely awesome. Chop the ground, pry it back, pull a seedling from your sack. One by one, the trees return to heal the scarring from a burn. Another fun fact about sequoias and redwoods, they are fire resistant and bug resistant also. Here the slope is very steep. Plant 100, not too deep. Mountain hemlock, sugar pine, Douglas fir is also fine. Hold roots, hold. Keep the slope controlled. Grip that mud, stop that flood. Hold roots, hold. They build the soil, they clean the air, they work their wonders everywhere. Billions, trillions, trees galore, and thanks to us, 1,000 more. We're out of gas, the car is dead, we'll have to use our feet instead. Where's their electric car? They're hybrid. Ow, ow, ow. We're bruised and blistered now. Our knees are weak, our elbows creak. Ow, ow, ow. A truck is in the driveway. It's Polly's plant pavilion. No! The doggy curled up in the wagon, very tired. Well, they did just plant 1,000 trees, so that would make anybody tired. Grab a tree. It's gonna be a long way to 1,000,000,000,000. You're just taking a nap in the trees. Oh, it's such a great place to take a nap. Yay, that was a good book. Here, let me read you a couple of facts about trees. There are more than 3 trillion trees in the world. There's a couple trees right behind us. Can you see them? Late fall or early spring are the best time for planting the trees. A lot of people plant their trees too deep. Dig wide so the roots have room. There's a bristlecone pine that's more than 5,000 years old. Imagine that. Trees take CO2 out of the air and put oxygen back in. Little trees get thirsty, give them water. Always locate underground utilities before you dig. And what do you call the skin of a tree? This is a joke. What do you call the skin of a tree? And the dog said, bark! Well, wasn't that a wonderful book? I hope you stay tuned for some fun crafts. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you learned a lot about rain gardens and why they're wonderful. And why don't you turn part of your yard into a rain garden and help recharge Cumberland County's aquifer. Peace out, people. Happy reading. See you next time. Hello! What's happening? Welcome to Crafting with Miss Adaria. I hope everyone is doing well today and you enjoyed those wonderful stories that we read. Yay! Woohoo! How's everybody's spring going? You good? We're good here. Enjoying all the wonderful things that are blooming and can't wait to see the vegetables that are coming up. I've already enjoyed some cucumbers and lettuce from around the corner at the Mill Creek Urban Farm. Thank you so much, Marcus, and all your wonderful volunteers and workers. And they said they're going to have some tomatoes and eggplant ready soon, so why don't you stop by and see what they've got for you at your community farm. So what are we doing today? Well, look at this. I had some inspiration. I was looking at this picture, and it reminded me of things that we see in spring, like dandelions. So we're going to make some dandelions today. So what I did was, on a blue piece of paper, I took some green paint and I painted some stems. See all those wonderful stems? And we're going to make a couple of dandelions, and we're also going to make a couple of other little white flowers. Now you can either do this with your finger. If you like to finger paint, you could do fingerprints and make the dandelion. Or you can use a brush. This is called a stippling brush. And what stippling means is it's basically to fill in an area. Like if you had something, a cutout, and you wanted to fill in that area with paint and then lift off the cutout and only see the paint. This is really good for getting paint all around that whole surface. So stippling brushes are also good for just coming down and doing work like that. So I thought that would be a good idea. And I also have this type of paintbrush, just a normal little brush. And this is actually what I painted the stems with. And if you could see the bottom, I stippled all that. And then I let it dry, because otherwise if I don't let it dry, it'll be hard to work with for this part of it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take some washable white paint, and let's see, yeah, okay, I've used this already, so I don't have to take a little tab off of there. And we're going to put some in a cup. Not too much. We really don't need a lot. And besides, if we do need more, we can always squirt some more in there. So I just used about a teaspoon maybe. And I'm going to come in with my stippling brush and just load the brush up with some paint here. All right. And to start making your dandelion, you could start in the middle and just start going like that. And dandelions are round, right? That's the ones that you could blow and all those little things go off of it. People tell you to make a wish from it. So you could pretend that some of it is starting to blow away, and you could get a couple of them kind of going off into that direction. Isn't that cool? And then come in for a little bit more white paint on the end of your brush. And you can make your next, you can knock off some of that paint. You can make your next dandelion right here. You could start on the outside and work your way in. This one hasn't lost any of its little make-a-wish thingies yet, so make that nice and round. Doesn't have to be perfectly round. Looks a little more natural if you have kind of some texture on the edge there. And here's our third one. Third dandelion. Why do they call them dandelions? Isn't that a funny name? Dandelion. Does it look like a lion, maybe? Like a lion's mane? I don't know, maybe. So that's cool, right? So then I'm going to put my stippling brush down for a second. I'm going to put it on this piece of white paper here so it doesn't get any paint on the tablecloth. And I'm going to take my little sable brush over here, just go in and get a little bit of paint. And I'm just going to try to make a little white flower. I don't know what kind of white flower. You can really just go to town and use your own creativity and imagination. And you can make a white flower just like that. Just a couple petals pointing out. These little cute little flowers are growing everywhere in springtime. Add another one up there if you want to. You can make your petals long or short, however you like. It's your painting. Do what you want. Whatever comes out of your brain and your heart, you just do it. Oh, this one has some interesting things kind of coming off of it like that. Ooh. Do you like that? Now this one over here could be, maybe it's not fully grown yet, so it's just a little bud. There's another little bud right there. Here's another bud. All right. So normally it would take a little bit longer to do this, but because we already painted the background and the stems, that's pretty much it, kids. So we hope you enjoyed your very quick craft today. And here's some plants for inspiration. If you want to try to draw a leaf like that, you can do that. And your dandelions. And don't forget to make a wish on your dandelions, because all your wishes will come true. Thank you and happy spring, and enjoy your crafting with Miss Adaria. So until next time, please subscribe, tune into our other story times, and have a happy rest of your spring. Yay! Bye, kids. And others.